Is Venezuela producing or trafficking drugs into the US?
They've sent billions of dollars of drugs in. Every boat that we take out, we save 25,000 lives of Americans.
Now, that's a serious claim. So I looked into the data provided by the US government, and I also spoke to an expert. So we're going to break this up, looking at fentanyl and then on to cocaine. According to US government data, Mexico is the dominant source of fentanyl entering the United States. The government doesn't list fentanyl by country of manufacture the same way it does for other drugs, but it does identify Mexico as the primary source, and it also mentions Canada.
Venezuela is not a place where fentanyl is produced. Fentanyl is produced in Mexico for the US market. It's produced in Canada for the Canadian market. The Trump administration has obviously tried to make the fentanyl justification very broad, including to pressure Canada and then to impose tariffs on Canada.
Now, the government estimates show that in 2024, about 22.7 kilograms of Canada-sourced fentanyl were seized at the US-Canada border, compared to 9,354 kilograms seized at the US-Mexico border. Now, Venezuela is not listed at all as a fentanyl producer, and this comes straight from the DEA's National Drug Threat Assessment, which also states that Mexico dominates fentanyl trafficking into the US.
Venezuela is not a place where fentanyl is produced. Fentanyl is produced in Mexico for the US market.
So what about cocaine? Well, the US government data shows that 84% of cocaine reaching the US originates from Colombia. Peru and Bolivia are also major producers listed on the government website. Again, Venezuela is not one of them mentioned. Now, the DEA say that most cocaine entering the US is trafficked, again, through Mexico. So where does Venezuela fit into all of this?
The biggest role that Venezuela plays in drug trafficking is being transshipment place for cocaine that heads to Europe and to United States. It's not the sole place through which cocaine is exported through these markets. Other criminal groups use Venezuela to transship cocaine.
So in other words, transit, not a country mass producing. But even so, according to the United Nations, around 70% of cocaine leaves Colombia via the Pacific route, so not at all through Venezuela. So why did Donald Trump order the arrest of Maduro?
Certainly, Trump believed that the counter-narcotics narrative would appeal to his base and would create, both domestically and internationally, a justification for removing Maduro from power.